Hello everyone, welcome to Go Campus. This is Ashwini with you. This video is completely focused on deemed universities counseling process. We will talk about the most popular colleges in India. We will talk about the latest fee structures for 2020. We will also talk about the registration process and the latest counseling update for deemed universities. So how many deemed universities are available in India? Now, as you all can see your screens now, so you'll be able to understand it more easier. We have 40 plus deemed universities available in India. Please have a look at your screens now. So now, as you all know how many deemed universities are available in India, and as per your state, you know what is available. So the next question that comes in is, what is the fee structure? What is the tuition fees for each of this college? Now, many colleges have already announced the fee structures for 2020. We are putting across the list of all deemed colleges which have announced the fee structures for this year. Also, beside the college name, you can see the fees and the hostel fee details for your quick reference. So, on an average, all the deemed universities fee structures starts from minimum 14 lakh per annum. From there are colleges ranging till 25 to 26 lakhs per annum. That's for the normal management quota. Of course, for NRI quota, we have colleges ranging from 40,000 US dollars per annum. From there, we have colleges ranging till 65 to 70,000 dollars per annum. So now you all know the list of available deemed colleges and you all know the fee structures. So the next common doubt that you all have is, what are the popular which are the popular deemed colleges? So the most popular deemed universities in India are Kasturba Medical College, that is KMC Manipal, Mangalore, and we have SRMC, that is Sri Ramachandra Medical College in Tamil Nadu. We have Amrita Medical College in Kerala. We have JSS in Karnataka. KLE, that is JNMC in Karnataka, KS Hegde from Karnataka, DY Patil, Krishna Karad, Bharati Vidyapeeth from Maharashtra. Of course, we do still have many other deemed universities, but these are the most popular ones. Now, talking about the most important section of this video. Now, you all know the deemed universities, the fee structures. Now comes in is, how should I participate, or what is the first step, or where should I register? So all deemed universities counseling is done by MCC, that is Medical Counseling Committee. The official link to the website is given in the description where you all can log in and see. Now, one of the most important counseling update for 2020 is MCC has invited applications for NRI category. The applications were open yesterday. I guess it's open till 23rd. So it's a very short notice. So this year, almost the entire counseling process is going to happen like this. You will have very little time to register, to go through the opportunity, to do the fee payment. So it's better you're well prepared and do your homework right from now, so you don't end up with last minute issues. So now starting off, deemed universities counseling process, all the 3 rounds happen online. So there'll be 3 rounds of counseling process, that is first round, second round and mop-up. All these 3 rounds are online. First step is, once the counseling scheme and the counseling brochure is out, the registration dates will be given. You'll have to register. You'll have to show your interest to participate in the counseling process. After your basic details, your basic application is done, you'll have to complete your registration process by paying the required security fees. If you want to participate in deemed universities, rupees 2 lakh is the security fees. So including the security deposit fees and the application fees, it comes up to somewhere around 2 lakh 5,000. Once you complete your fee payment, you will be eligible to do your choice filling. Now, choice filling is one of the most important part of your counseling process. Your seat allotments and where you're going to study depends on your priority of your choices. So do take utmost care in making sure that you have right preference order with you. So after the choice filling is done, after a day or after 2 days, the results will be announced. So the round 1 results will be announced. Once the results are out, 2 things can happen. One, you've got a seat. The other thing is you haven't got a seat. So students who've got a seat will have 2 options with you. One is, if you're very happy with the allotment, go to the college, complete your joining formalities. If you're not that happy with the college that has been allotted to you, but you want to see something better for the next round, you have an upgrade option. You still have to report to the allotted college, do pay the complete tuition fees, and then show your interest for the upgrade. So either accept it or go for the upgrade option. The next one, if you don't want to continue or if you don't like the allotment, you can just leave it. In the first round, you do have free exit. There is no much of complication in the first round. Next, we will talk about round 2. Now from round 2, the complications, the penalties are a little high. You'll have to be really careful in understanding the counseling process from round 2. So for round 2, new registrations are allowed. Let's say if you miss registering for round 1, not to worry, you can always register fresh for round 2. For round 2, you can do fresh choice entries. Your earlier choice entries stay void. Like you'll have to do your fresh choices, you have to fill in your fresh preferences. And round 2, suppose if the seat is allotted and if you don't take it up, you'll have to exit with forfeiture of your security fees. That's why we say from round 2, things get a bit complicated. So see the rules, regulations, understand the penalties well, and then exercise your choices. Next, now we will talk about round 3. That is, round 3 is nothing but your mop-up round. Again, for mop-up round, the best part about deemed universities is every round you have fresh registrations. You can do new registrations for round 3, that is for the mop-up round. You can do new choice filling, that is new choice entries for the mop-up round. Whatever you've done earlier stays null and void. If the seat is allotted in mop-up round, you'll have to accept it or leave it. Like from round 2 to round 3, you don't have an upgrade option like how you have for round 1 to round 2. Again, in round 3, if the seat is allotted and if you don't take it up, one is you're exiting with the forfeiture of fees, that is you're losing your 2 lakh rupees anyways. Apart from that, you're also ineligible to participate in the stray vacancy round. Even if there's a vacancy in the last minute, or if you decide to take up the seat in the last minute after the mop-up round, you cannot take it because your name will not be in the list of eligible students. So this is a very big penalty. So be very, very cautious and careful. Don't put the choices just to see what will come. Let me see later, because there are penalties and it will make you ineligible to participate in the further rounds of counseling. So after mop-up round, you will be having the next round is called as stray vacancy round. So what happens after your mop-up round is done? All the vacant seats are transferred back to the colleges for the stray vacancy. So for stray vacancy, there will be no fresh or there'll be no new registrations. We do come across a lot of students or parents asking us, based on our experiences in last year, before last year. They say, no, we did not plan to participate in deemed universities online counseling. We wanted to take up a last minute vacancy seat. Depending on the vacancies, we wanted to take a call. So we want to participate now in the stray vacancy. But mind you, if you're interested to compete for the stray vacancy round, there will be no new registrations for the stray vacancy. So you suppose you don't register for your online counseling rounds. Either it could be in round 1, round 2 or round 3. You cannot participate later in the stray vacancy because your name will not be there in the list of eligible students. So always it is safe and better that you register the MCC for the online counseling process. Even if you don't want to participate in the first, second, third round, you want to compete or see later depending on the vacancy seats. Now you all know about the deemed universities, the popular deemed universities, the fee structures and the registration, that is the counseling process, and you also know the latest counseling update. Now because the deemed universities counseling process is going to kickstart any moment now, so I just want to inform you a few common mistakes which we've seen students doing last year. One is they end up not registering for the online counseling rounds and later they want to participate for the stray vacancy, which cannot happen if you have not registered for your online rounds. Second, and the most important thing is, do not wait till the last date to pay the required caution deposit fees, that is the rupees 2 lakhs. There will be a lot of server issues, payment issues, technical errors. So do not wait till the last date. You might lose an opportunity to participate in the counseling round. We've come across many students who say, and on the last day, I'm sorry, we are not able to do the payment, there's an error, we are trying to reach out to MCC but nothing is happening, and slowly the deadline moves off. So always better do your payments well in advance so that you do not miss the opportunity to participate in the deemed universities counseling process. And as I said in the previous section that I was talking about, from second round to third round there is no upgrade option. So be very careful in your choice entries in round 2. It's either take it or leave it. Even if you're exiting, you'll have to exit with forfeiture of your security fees. So only put the choices which you're sure to join. So do the required homework about the college, about the infrastructure, about the campus, about the academics, about the hospital, about the location right now, not after the seat is allotted. Next common mistake that we see students doing is same mistake, doing it in the mop-up round. They say it's okay, it's just 2 lakhs, we'll just put in the option and later we'll see if you're not happy with the college, we'll leave the seat. Even if you feel okay, 2 lakhs is a small amount, let's leave it. But there's also a penalty, correct? You cannot participate for the stray vacancy, or you even suppose, let's say many parents do say that, maybe in the last we may get a better price from the college, or many NRI seats might lie vacant, so we may be able to negotiate directly with the college for a reasonable price. So a lot of these things that you say, if you do not exercise your choices properly in the mop-up round and you end up getting something, even if you are getting a better offer in the last, that is your stray vacancy or after stray vacancy, you cannot take up a seat simply because your name is not there in the list of eligible students. So do proper and cautious choice entries in your round 2 and round 3. So for all the students and parents who are looking for a professional support and a proper advice to go ahead and to participate in the counseling process for deemed universities, you can certainly reach out to us for the complete support from the application, from the choice filling till the seat allotment, and as well as the post-seat allotment process. We'll be more than glad to support you throughout your counseling phase. For any further assistance, please do reach out to us on the number shown on your screens now. Also, you can reach out to us by email, but as you know, this is the peak season. We are getting a lot of emails and calls. If you're looking for immediate support, please do contact us. The landline number and the mobile number is shown on your screens. Thank you so much and all the very best for your counseling ahead.